welcome to Joker Gaming. My name is Broke Joker, and today we will be doing part 5 of our Germany No Step Back DLC build. If you missed the first 4 parts of this build, go ahead and click on the icon on the top right hand corner of your screen now. That being said, let's get into it. Now, last left off, we completed our templates. We popped out troops, we took over Austria. Now, we are pretty much just waiting here until the start of, until we start taking over a whole bunch of land. So let's go ahead and keep on going. Don't forget to keep doing your region-wide industrial integrations. What this does is this gives us the extra building slot, so that way we can do dockyards and mills. This one is Hanover, so when we do Hanover, when we actually build on it, it gives this an extra slot. Or we did build on it. So it gives us an extra slot. So this will now be 1 slot deeper now. So go ahead, make sure you keep on going. Now, the question of Yugoslavia. I don't like putting the squeeze on them, right? Because then it to me, doesn't make them hate us as fast. So their opinion is irrelevant to me, and just go ahead and keep on going. Now, as soon as these mills are done, you can either drag them down or get rid of them, all right? Delete them, whatever you got to do. Over Byron's almost done, so that is fine. That will automatically go away. But these are going to be built super quick because of all the bonuses that we did. Like if you can't see here, they're building too fast. But the if I can get it just right, nope. Okay, so we have our dockyards are now complete. Go ahead and click on Hinterpommern. Sure. Hinterpommern is now done. So go ahead, or is now available for us to build on. So let's go ahead and do that now. Alright, our depth charge thrower is now done. So go ahead and we are going to go ahead and do Dispersed Industry 3. It's down to 175 days because we neglected it so long. So go ahead and do that now. And just go ahead and start watching your production. This is pretty much all we are doing. Our ships are still building, as you can see. And, oh, look, we have our first destroyer available. Go ahead and separate them into their own little fleet. And what I like to do is I like to add Herman Bowman on. And then since we are here, let's go ahead and add our sub commander on. We want Silent Hunter, Torpedo Expert, and later on we'll do Loading Drill Master. But for now, let's go ahead and add in Carl Donuts onto there. And since this guy is here, don't forget to do Automatic Split Off and start naval exercising. For this one, we're not holding down shift and left click. Just keep exercising them to death. And then go into your down to your navy side and make sure that you click on this flotilla. We want them all, these two, our destroyer and our cruiser, to go into that. So you can change the icons if you want. Just go ahead and click on this. I like to change them to the shark. They're my little shark boys. There we go. And go ahead and keep on going. Now, pretty much we're just watching production from here on out, making sure that everything's okay. As soon as we hit about January 1st, we have some stuff to do. Oh, look, Marines 1 is now done. So go ahead and we are going to start doing advanced machine tools. Go ahead and start doing that now. And then we will now be doing our Marine template. So this is going to be a 40 width template. That's why we needed all that Army XP, because it's going to cost about 96 to 98 experience in order to do this. So let's go ahead and do that now. Boom, 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 boom. And then 40 width. There we go. Now, just engineering companies and the horse recon detachment. The rest of our support equipment we will do here in a minute. Go ahead and make sure that they are on Marine Division. I like to put them on Elite. You don't have to. Click Save. Now, what we are going to do is change all of these divisions, or just make sure that they are on our infantry template and start exercising them. Infantry template. Start exercising them. This gives us the Army XP, but make sure you're holding out Shift left click so that way they only exercise to level 3. Let's see if this one straggler is now done, which he is complete. Go ahead and pick him up, drop him into our little division right here with Wilhelm Ritter, and then make sure he's exercising. Now, our group of 50 is now done, so go ahead and pop them out, and now we should have 6 total Marines that we can build. Go ahead and do that and have them exit in Hanover. click on this group of 50, hit the plus mark, new theater. What I like to do is I like to drag them up to the top, you know, because they're not really important until later. So go ahead. This is the icon I use, the Homeland Defense. And then the general I like to put on them is Paulus. Even though Paulus was one of the I don't know if I want to say best commanders, but most infamous commanders of World War II, he is only stacked with ones. So I don't know if he deserves that kind of, you know, neglect, but I go ahead and select him. He is a tank commander, but he's gonna do for what we need him to do. All right, Naval Rearmament 1 is now done, and now go ahead and do Naval Rearmament 2. Keep on going. Ooh, Bulgaria is now approaching us. Ooh, we now have free naval dockyards. Just drag your convoys down to the bottom and make sure that they receive 15. Our improved decimetric radar is not done yet. 38 more days, and then we can start popping out our battleships and destroyers. Now, our battleships and battle cruisers. So go ahead. If you should have 150 political power now, go ahead and do extensive conscription. Keep on going. We're going to try to get as far as possible, as fast as possible. So let's go ahead and keep on rolling. Now, our subs are not complete yet, so we only have 30, it looks like. So as soon as those are complete and we have 2 stacks of 40, we will be separating those. So it's just hold out until those are 2 stacks of 20, and then we'll be good. Alright, China issues diplomatic protest. Nobody cares. What are they going to do? You know? Anyways, keep on going. Now, as soon as our Marines are done, just go ahead and pop them out. You can go ahead and get rid of these templates. You know, clear up the clutter. You know, we are not going to be using mountain divisions or nothing fancy like that. You don't really need them. And go ahead, as soon as they're available, pop them out. Just hit the plus mark. New theater. I like to make them light blue, you know, because they are going to be pushing into Denmark with our little purple guy here. So I like to separate them a little bit. Go ahead and click on, I think this is another horse icon. That is the icon I have for them. And then our general will be Kurt Student. Now, let's go ahead and set up our naval invasion order now. Naval invasions take some time. He's actually pretty quick in getting it done. But we want them going to these 3 spots right here next to Oslo. So Oslo, Norway, right? And then these two slots right here, right next to Oslo. This is where our Marines are going to land. And then they're going to secure the beach. And then we are going to move our armed forces in there later on. So, okay. We are done with our diesel-powered emergency pumps. Now look at all these negative debuffs now that we have to taking critical hits. This is like 30%, negative 30% to receiving critical hit, and negative 10% or negative 30% to effects of sustained critical hits. So this is amazing for us, especially since we're going to have Navy. Now let's go ahead and move this over to tank. We are going to do the 1940 medium tank chassis. Let's go ahead and do that now. Get it rolling. As soon as our guns are done, this is going to be our fighter slot. So be on the lookout for that. Naval effort is now done. Go ahead and do anti-communist pact and keep on going. We're pretty much buying time, right? Look how fast that was. So go ahead, since this is now almost done, we can now add our construction back. So what I like to do is just go ahead and try to get the highest ones possible. I mean, that's 1. And then we're going to have to add our synthetics back. We'll be able to get more from that slot later, but don't worry about it right now. So there we go with our synthetics, and now the rest of the slots are going to be for our mills. Now, if you hold down Shift and Control, it will automatically bring it down up to the top of the screen. So go ahead and do that now. Drag it down to the bottom. And now we are all set up for when we do this. Now we are doing Dispersed Industry 3. As soon as this is done, we will get more slots. So don't worry about it. And then don't forget about our little coastal defenders here. Go ahead and hit on the area defense button. Put them right here in these areas right here. Hold down Shift, left click them until they exercise level 3 and send them packing. Now, Our tanks are getting all the equipment possible that they can, and our improved decimetric radar is now done. So go ahead, and what I want you guys to do with this is plop that into our fuel refining tube. Now, this is going to be the fuel slot until we pretty much hit level 3. Okay, so from here on out, this bottom slot right here is going to be our fuel slot. So just make sure to remember that. We're going to be doing fuel refining, then get more oil, then the rubber. So that is going to be our stack going up. So we're pretty much going to be doing fuel, rubber, fuel storage and refining, right? And then rubber, fuel, storage, rubber, you know, fuel, storage, rubber, all the way up to level 3. So that is going to be this slot's job for a very long time. So go ahead and make sure you keep rolling. Make sure your Marines are exercising, unlike mine. I don't know what they're doing, but go ahead and just keep on rolling. Now, as soon as we hit January 1st, we are going to be popping out some very special things. So, or doing some very special things. So right now, what I want you to do is go ahead and click onto the airport, click onto your fighters, and just jack them all the way up to 1,000. We want 1,000 fighters in this one. See, that's why I had you guys put 7 into the fighters, because we are going to be popping out a butt ton. So I sent our tactical bombers to the wrong spot, strategic bombers to the wrong spot. So nope, tactical. Yeah, I was right first time. So okay, as soon as January 1st happens, which it just did, we are now going to exercise all of our planes. So hold down Shift, left click. And then you can left drag and click over these three things of planes, and then hold down Shift left click, and they will now all exercise. See, they have the exercise until level 3 icon. It doesn't show up here anymore on the exercise button for some reason. They actually got rid of that. I don't know why, but just make sure that the little icon right next to your plane's number and icon is the exercise until level 3 icon. So now, we can modify our government. We already moved into extensive We already moved into extensive conscription. So now we are going to go ahead and start doing Rheinmetall Artillery Designer. We are going to be pumping out artillery here, or moving our way down the artillery line pretty soon here. And as soon as we do get done with our Panzer IV chassis, we are going to be making the Panzer IV. So be on the lookout for your little horse guy. As soon as he reaches level 3, make sure you pop him over into the tank, hit OK, and then Shift left click him to exercise. Now he's going to drop pretty much right to the top of level 1. So this by having him reach level 3 on the horse gives us a little bit more experience to work with, so that way we're not starting from nothing. So anti-communist pack is now done. Now we are going to be doing Molotov-Ribbentrop pack. And keep on rolling. Alright, our dockyard is now done. Let's go ahead and pop it into Westerem's? Westerem's. I'm horrible with names. So go ahead and get the 3, start building 3 dockyards in Westerem's and keep on going. Now, just be sure to be on the lookout. We have to pay attention to our construction, unlike what I've been doing recently. We have to make sure that we do all this right, so that way we have the best possible stuff when we come out of this. Now what I want you guys to do is, I know that we're barely building mills right now, but we have to add on a radar on top of it. So go ahead and hit the radar station right here, Shift left click, or Shift control left click to bring it up to the top of your your construction tab, and that is what we need to be doing right now. Now, our decimetric radar has been done. So let's go ahead and start doing our ships. So we need to put the radar 2 onto our heavy cruisers. You can label them as such too. Alright, next let's go ahead and do our battleships and battle cruisers. Now go ahead and make sure you put radar 2 on them, and then they already conveniently put our battleship 2 armor on. And you can also label them if you want to, you know, have your hopes and dreams crushed here in about 2 minutes when they change it. So go ahead and save. Go ahead and click on that icon again. I need you to hit this Save As New button, and then go ahead and put on Battle Cruiser Armor 2. Go ahead and make sure that you label it correctly. BC2, and then go ahead and make sure that you do historical battle cruiser names. It will give you battleship names if you do not click on the historical battle cruiser names. Save it, and now we are done with that. So now we can start production of our battleships. Let's go ahead and start doing that now. 2 battleships, 2 heavy cruisers, 2 battle cruisers. Okay? That is what we are going to be doing for this foreseeable future with our Navy. Make sure that you put them all into our into the German Reich Reserve Fleet 2 right here. It should say that. If it says something different, you know, that's why we put the icon up, so that way we know which ones to put them in. And then take away the dockyards that we had into our convoys, and let's go ahead and keep on going. Alright, Yunnan issues diplomatic protest. Nobody cares. Alright, non-aggression pact with Bulgaria? Sure. Even though it takes them forever just to get on our side, you know. Let's go ahead and keep on going. Now, this is our production. Our Westfalen supply depot is almost done. And we are producing a little bit of mills. But for right now, let's go ahead and keep on doing this. Our planes are still exercising, as you can see them doing so there. And now our guns are now done. Now let's go ahead and do our fighter ones. Our FW-190. Let's go ahead and get that going and keep on rolling. Now, our tanks are going to be out about June, July-ish. So, you know, they're going to be out in plenty of time before we have to go to war. And then just make sure to keep an eye on your production tab. Pretty much, these are good for now. This is going to be producing pretty quick because of all the buffs that we have. And then don't worry about the tungsten and stuff. You can always just put more sieves into them, like how I'm doing here. Make sure that these, if you ever get that icon, make sure you keep putting sieves into this, so that way we keep getting the materials necessary to keep popping out the planes that we need. So we now have our guns that we need to place. Let's go ahead and do that. We have infantry equipment 2 now complete. And now we are rolling. Go ahead and raise your tanks above your artillery, because your artillery already has enough mills in it. So let's go ahead and do that now. And look, so our radar 1 is almost done. Our dispersed industry 3 is now done. That perfect timing, because now we can start producing mills as soon as all that stuff's done. Now that dispersed industry 3 is now done, let's go ahead and do logistics company 1. Modify government. Go ahead and get refining oil. And then let's go ahead and, what is outdated here? Oh, it's all our ships. So they pretty much said our ships are outdated again. Great. And let's keep on rolling. Now, especially for the DDs, you can do it because we got the improved ones. Just wait for them to be complete, or you know, it's okay if they're like a little bit ways into it to switch it out. Just make sure that you switch it out semi-recently. So go ahead. Our advanced machine tools is now done. Go ahead and do signal company 1. Keep on going. Let's get a look out for our ships right here. This will be done May 13th. We have plenty of time. And then go ahead and just keep pumping, adding more mills, sieves, and dockyards to the production you have. Now, go ahead and hold down Shift and Control, left click, and they'll bring them all up to the top. This is what I want you to do, because it's easier to bring them up to the top and drag them down than from the bottom up. So this is all the slots I want you guys to do right here. All right. Now, Hinterpommern didn't get we didn't get a chance to get our 3 stack out of them. So go ahead and just add the 1 into it now. We will be getting more later. Don't worry about that. And then Molotov-Ribbentrop pack is now done. Let's go ahead and go into demand Sudetenland. Since we are done, we are now ready to roll. Go ahead and make sure that you drag these down below the ones that, if you see how mine are completing, right? Make sure you at least allow these ones to get done first and then start doing the new ones. So go ahead, let's drag all these down. See, it's so my bottom right here is Ober, I'm sorry, this one right here, Ober whatever. So that's how I know where to place them. So make sure you have a good marker, so that way, you know, that's why we do the hundreds first, then 90s if there is any, then 80s. So then that way we know as we're dragging them down where to place them. So now we have Romania joining us. Invite them to our faction. It still says our stuff is outdated because our subs are supposed to be outdated because we did the I don't even know what we did. What did we do to make our subs better? Absolutely nothing. Nothing that I can see. Whatever. Okay. Our subs are now a little bit better. Alright, now this is where we are going to stop the video for today. If you enjoyed the content that you just watched, please make sure to like. If you really enjoyed the content you just watched, please make sure to subscribe. And if you just couldn't have enough of this content, please make sure to share this video. It really helps out this channel, you know, and the more we grow, the more players we can help with these builds. So until the next video, guys, keep on living your dream, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.